Can we start by saying that we don't do this because it's easy, okay? We do it because we want to know what goes into our food. We want to know what goes into the stuff that we are growing and what we are consuming ourselves, okay? I was talking to some people about homesteading, and this guy walks up and he's like, that's too hard. I just go to the store and get my food. And that's cool. That's good for him. Good. Way to go. But the thing is the fact that, like, you just don't know, even the organic stuff at the store, you don't know how it was raised, free range, whatever. They have so many loopholes that it's just like, it's not, you just don't know. And so here's the thing, is the fact that, like I said, we don't do it because it's easy. We do it because we want to know that what we are consuming is good and good for us. Simple as that. Now, the actual purpose of this video is, I want to talk about time. Like, I need more time. I don't have enough time. I don't have the time to do what I need to do, right? I think a lot of us feel that way. A lot of us feel like, man, if I just had more time. We all feel that way. We all feel like, if I had more time, right? I do. But and it's not about, we all have the same hours in the day. Everybody wakes up, and it's not even about waking up. It starts at 12 o'clock and it ends at 12 o'clock. That's your day. 24 hours. Everyone has 24 hours. It's what you choose to do with those 24 hours that makes a difference. It's what you prioritize. So I can't remember what I was listening to, and it was I'm pretty sure it was a podcast, because I really do. I listen to a lot of podcasts with the way my job is and stuff. And so the guy was talking about, it wasn't like, it was time management, but the story he told was, there was a professor, and he steps in front of his class, and he has a jar full of rocks, and he asks the class, hey, is this full? Jar full of rocks, okay? Class says, yeah. So he takes another jar with sand, or maybe a smaller rock, something like that. I think it was sand. Takes the jar of sand, pours in there, it fills up in between the rocks. Same jar. Asks his class again, hey, is this jar full? Class says, yeah. Okay. Well, then he takes water, okay, and then he pours water into the glass, same thing. Fills up the glass. Asks the class the same thing. Is the jar full? Yes, jar is full. And so he proceeds to talk about how the big rocks are like the important things in your day. The big rocks indicate like the things that you want to get done, what you prioritize, right? Doing garden chores, going to work, taking care of your family, things like that. Then the sand that kind of fills in the holes between the rocks stand for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, scroll on your phone, whatever it is, shopping, like the things that aren't as major, right? And then the water is just everything else in between, whether So then he proceeds to talk about it, and he's like, if I take the big rocks out, and I fill my jar with sand, there's not going to be more room for the big rocks. And he's saying is like, if you spend all your time, if you prioritize the TikTok, the Facebook, or stuff, you prioritize that, there's not any time left for the important things, the things that like your garden. Say we'll use this in the homestead sense, because that's what we're doing. your garden, the animals, stuff like that. But you're just too busy scrolling on your phone. Things are gonna get neglected. And so, and it really kind of struck me, and that's why I bring it up, is because at the beginning of this video, I showed me getting up. I go to the gym. I go to work, get off work, come home, and I do what I need to do. The time difference between it is just, it's a little different, because when I got home, I spend time with the kids because that's what I prioritize. That's my priority. I want to be with them, but I also need to do stuff in the garden. I got to feed the animals in the evening and stuff like that. And I have my priorities. And in between there is what I kind of choose to fill in my gaps with. Now there's times where I'll be working and I'll get a little sidetracked, and I'll start scrolling on my phone, and I'm wasting time. I get home later. And when I get home later, I don't have as much time to spend with the kids. And then when I don't have as much time to spend with the kids, I have to cut back that time even more to make sure I can be in the garden or be with the animals. And so it's not about having more time. It's not about the fact that we need more time. You can't have more time. You have the time that you have. You have what is given to you. It's just prioritizing that time. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I go to the gym because my health is important to me right now. Well, not right now. My health is important to me. I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to be able to keep up with my kids. I want to not be fat. I want to be in shape. I'm not planning on getting like shredded or something like that, but I want to build muscle. I want to be strong. I want to be big. I want to look good for my wife. I want her to think I'm attractive. Not saying that she doesn't, but I mean, like, in my head, I want to feel better about myself by working out. And so that's a priority to me. So I allot that time first thing in the morning to go into the gym. And then I'll take a shower at the gym, and then I'll go to work. And then I'll do my work. And even when I'm at work, it depends on what I prioritize at work, is what time I get off. Because I deliver stuff. I fill up vending machines and stuff like that. And so if I leave a spot and I just sit in my truck for another 20 minutes scrolling on my phone, like it happens, then I'm wasting my time. I could have already been at the next stop. I could have already been halfway done. You know, there's a lot of things I could have been doing. Do I like looking at TikTok and Facebook and stuff? Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. We can get, pulled into it, of course. I do. But I also like my TikTok because I like to see the different new sounds and stuff, and I like to make the TikToks. It's fun. But I will get lost in it. Even when I'm trying to find a new sound or something to do on TikTok, I can get lost just by scrolling and looking for that stuff. And so I have to pull myself back. I have to use when I can to do what I can. That's one reason why the fencing isn't done yet. Because, well, first off, I don't have everything I need to do it, but things have been filling up around the house, with it being spring. We got gardening stuff going on. We've got the kids. We've got Zoe doing bike stuff. There's a lot of events going on. It's getting warmer. Things are going on. Chastity's working. It's a little bit harder to do stuff. So that isn't as much of a priority because we have fence. They have room. They're good. We're adding fence because we want them to have more room. So it will happen, and just put it on the to-dos. But right now, prioritizing the garden because I want to make sure that we have food that we can preserve, food that we can eat, things that we can do. I ordered our meat burgers. They're coming. I really need to make another chicken tractor and stuff. That's probably going to be on the back burner too, because we do also have turkeys coming, and I got to find a place for that. So there's things that are more important, and I'm prioritizing those things in such a way that they are going to get done, but it's just what gets done first. And it doesn't bother me, but it's like, people will say, just like where I started this video with, it's easier to go to the store. It's only easier because you're not willing to prioritize doing it. You know, your priorities, and I'm not saying there's something that's wrong with people's priorities. It's their prerogative. That's what, you know, whatever they want. But you can't sit there and be like, I can't do that. You can, you just choose not to. And I think that happens a lot of times with us, where it's like, with like homesteaders in general, we try to do everything all at once because we think we have to. We think we think we're not going to get to it. We think we're not going to have the time to do it later on. So we just jump into it all at the beginning, and then we end up finding out that then we have no time. You know, you got to prioritize a lot to make sure that you're able to do all of it. And that's one reason we're stepping back this year is because I want to make sure that we prioritize our time adequately, because I want to make sure that we're doing as much as possible with the time that we are given and using it the best way that we can. And that is our garden, the animals, YouTube. I have to prioritize time to do this. I mean, at the beginning of the video, you saw that the kids were right behind me because they're waiting on me so that we can ride the golf cart around and spend time together and stuff. And I'm doing this because I prioritize this time to do this. And so I just want everybody to just think about the stuff that you have planned and prioritize what it is that we want to do. Prioritize what it is that you want to do. Make sure that it makes sense because you can get overwhelmed really quick, especially doing this. It is hard, but it's not doable. You can do it. We could do it. I'm doing it. And I work a full-time job. I got 2 children. I got a wife. I got a life. We do stuff outside of here. Like the gym, Zoe's bikes. You know, riding bikes. I like to fish. I like to hang out with friends and stuff too. But you got to prioritize your time. You gotta pick what's important on that day. Make it be daily. I'm not the best at making notes and labeling things and stuff like that. I'm trying to do better. One thing I wish I did do, and I'm going to attempt to do better, is plan my day. And I'm going to do it daily, day at a time. I can do it the night before. What am I going to do tomorrow? To help me prioritize my time the right way, because sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're like, all right, I want to do this, but then this happens. And you're like, oh crap, something, water line breaks, or the dog gets out, or the goat gets out. You know, something happens, an animal dies. You never know. You know, something can always happen. And then you're working on that, and you get sidetracked on that, and then you're like, oh, I need to take a break, and then you get sidetracked on your phone. When, if you, not saying that making a list of your day is going to, not saying that making a list of your day is not going to stop things from popping up, but at least it allows you to get back on track. You know, you get to get back on track with, okay, so I was doing this, okay, this is what needs to be done next. I got to take the trash off. I got to do this. So, yeah, that's just been weighing on me for a while to want to talk about this, because it's just, I feel like it's important for us homesteaders who are new to this, and really we're not as seasoned yet. This is my second year really doing this, and I've got a hold on a good bit of stuff that I'm doing, but I feel like it's really important to those who are coming up behind us, and even some that are ahead of us, they might need to hear this too. It's just, you know, you can't do it all. But you can't do it all at once, but you can do it all. It's going to take time, and it takes your time, because, like I said, we all have the same hours in a day, but it's how you choose to use those hours. It's how you choose to prioritize the minutes, seconds, hours, however deep you want to go into it. So let's start planning our days. I'm talking to myself too. This is a video for myself as well. Let's start planning our days, what we got going on, what we need to do, because we know we could get sidetracked. Alright? So I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to me. And we'll catch you in the next one.